Hello, Internetians. My name is Josh, aka ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the Philly Soul Dude. What is going on, everyone? Welcome one and all back again to the APA. This is going to be our Week 8 battle. Today we're going to be taking on my good buddy Ben, aka GeneralTarheel, and his Charlotte Charizards. There you go. Charlotte Charizards. So, if you have not already, be sure to go check him out in the description below. He's an amazing battler. He is an amazing person, and I really love watching his content. So please go check him out. Now, let's get into the team. Let's get into his team. Let's get into my team. Let's get into life. So if you did not watch the team build that I put up yesterday, be sure to go check that out so you know exactly what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it, what I'm afraid of, what I'm doing, and what moves I'm going to have. But as a quick recap, let's talk. We have a Tapu Fini, which is going to be defensive. It's going to be Moonblast, Defog, Taunt, and Protect. Jolteon is going to be Emvee for attacks. Mew is Nasty Plot with Vacuum Wave again. Colbur Berry. Hippowdon is defensive with Rocks. Gengar is Taunt 3 attacks with Expert Belt. Mega Aerodactyls 4 attacks Adamant. So, looking at his team, I see this 6 Pokemon, and I'm perfectly okay with it because there is absolutely no Vaporeon on my screen. There's also no Terrakion on the team, which means I could have brought Snorlax and feel a lot more comfortable about it because, I'll be honest, I really thought that I would see Choice Banded Sacred Sword Terrakion here so he could beat my Snorlax so very easily, but regardless, we're going to get into this. So he brings the Greninja, the Mega Venusaur, the Landorus Styrian, the Azelf, the Arcanine, and the Bronzong Pokemon that I see left on the bench. Include the Vaporeon, include the Terrakion, like I said, and 3 other Pokemon that I didn't really expect to bring anyway. One was Togedemaru, I think. Comfey, something else. Anyway, let's jump into this team. So, looking at the matchup, I'm immediately super confident about Mew's ability to win just very handedly. It kind of makes me afraid that he might have a max speed Arcanine or a Choice Scarf Landorus just looking at his team because he does have Greninja and itself, but he doesn't have a lot of stuff outside of the Greninja that outspeed and immediately puts a lot of pressure on my Mew. And even still, Grin doesn't do a lot of damage to Mew, 1 because of my Colbur Berry, and 2, and let's suspect it's not going to be doing too much with Dark Pulse. So I figure I'm going to see Rocks Bronzong. I figure that I'm going to see, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think Mega Venusaur is going to be Spadef. I think Arcanine is going to be Fizdef. And I think he's going to have a bulky Choice Scarf Landorus. So, let's get into it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to lead off with Tapu Fini, because the only thing that threaten out the Tapu Fini is the Mega Venusaur. And if he leads off with a Mega Venusaur, I might just taunt it turn 1. But if he leads off with a Mega Venusaur, I have ways to handle it, I feel. I can scout for Leech Seed, I protect scout what it's going to go for. And everything else, I'm perfectly okay with him leading off of. So he leads off with the Greninja, and I am very okay with this, because I'm going to immediately just click Protect. I know that this thing is very good against me. I know that this thing can do a lot of work. And if it's Poisonium Z, which I expect him to be, I can scout for it right now and not have to worry about taking all the damage. As we are going to see, that is exactly what is going to happen. He's going to reveal Poisonium Z, Greninja, and it's going to be Z Gunk Shot. But since I decided to click Protect, I'm going to be able to take a lot less damage from it and be able to keep my Tapu Fini very healthy to be able to switch in on this on this later. It's very nice that I was able to bring that and it to go off so well. So you're going to see that this does virtually nothing. It would have also only done like 70%, but now that I get my leftovers, it's basically done about 10. So we're going to see him switch out here as he knows that he cannot take a Moonblast, as I'm going to go for the Moonblast because I feel like I don't really care if one of his Fairy Resist come in. Arcanine I switch into, Bronzong I switch into, Mega Venusaur. I might just go for Taunt immediately, as I don't want Leech Seed coming off because I know how threatening a Leech Seed Pokemon can be against this team. So I'm going to stay in. I'm going to make like Taunt so I can stop the thing from Leech Seeding. And if he goes for an attack, I can actually take anything he goes for relatively well, unless he's super offensive. So that's fun. So I go for Taunt, and he does not actually go for the Leech Seed. I believe he goes for the Giga Drain knockoff. Right, I remember that now. So he goes for knockoff, predicting my Gengar, which is a good play. I'm going to go into my Mew, If he goes for knockoff again, it's perfectly fine. I've already found out the Greninja's not spec, so I'm not really too worried about the thing going for Dark Pulses and it doing crazy amounts. So he goes for knockoff here, as I'm going to be able to take virtually nothing from it and threaten him out with the Psyshock. And I think I just go for that. I'm not too worried about setting up just yet. I want to scout sets. I want to see what he's going to do and what his immediate response to something like Mew is going to be. So he goes into the Bronzong, and immediately I see that there is no leftover. So I'm thinking Colbur Berry, maybe the Cassie Berry for my Gengar. Here I'm actually going to go hard out to Gengar, because I know that this thing is going to go for rocks, and I can potentially do a lot of damage to it, and I can force him out with a choice, what could potentially be a Choice Spark Shadow Ball. So I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball here, and the second I see him stay in, I knew I lose my Gengar, because even though it's not Cassie Berry, I knew that a Max Def Bronzong would have potentially been able to take this, and the only thing he could have knocked me out with was a Psychic move. Specifically, the only thing he could knock me out with was Zen Headbutt. So, that's very unfortunate. But I do get a lot of damage off on the Bronzong, which is nice for my Tapu Fini, for my Mega Aerodactyl. Here I'm going to go out to my Jolteon and click the Thunderbolt. I don't care if Landorus comes in. And if you go to the Mega Venusaur, I can click Z Synchronoise on the following turn and knock it out. So I knock out the Bronzong, and we're going to see that his immediate response to this thing is going to be the Crocodile, which is going to be the Landorus. So I'm very confident this thing is Choice Scarf now. Although this obviously could be a bluff, it could be Yache Berry, it could be Dancing, but I'm going to switch out anyway. I don't feel like risking this, as I'm going to go to my Hippowdon for my immediate switch into this, and if he goes U-turns out and he hits Scarf, I can switch into both Greninja and Mega Venusaur relatively well. So he's going to go for U-turn, basically solidifying in my mind that he's going to be Choice Scarf. And he is going to go out into the Greninja. So he goes into Greninja. He takes some sand damage, which is good. I want as much damage off on this thing as possible, because once Nasty pops up, I can potentially win. I just need damage on certain things. So I'm going to go out into my Tapu Fini. Obviously, why would I not want to go out to my Tapu Fini on this thing, as I can get Misty Surge up, prevent status, and of course, take the Cigar relatively well. He goes for Hydro and unfortunately misses, which sucks because it would have done 20%, which would have been a nice chip against me, but he's going to withdraw. He's going to switch out, as he is going to go into the Arcanine, I believe, this time, as he is going to take not rocks. Does he take rocks? No, I didn't put up rocks yet. I go for Defog, get rid of the rocks that are on my side, because his Bronzong is dead, and I don't have to worry about them going back up again. Here, I'm positive. So on this play, I'm like, I want to make some offensive plays. I want to get some momentum going. There's no way he clicks Flare Blitz, right? He's never going to let my Aerodactyl in. He's never going to let my he's never going to let me stay in and get damage off on him, because it could be Surf if I didn't have well, I already revealed my moveset. But he actually goes for Flare Blitz, which would have let my Mega Air in, which is what I really wanted to go out to. It really sucks that I made that play, because I lose my Jolteon. But I didn't need Jolteon in this battle anyway, which is nice. So it's okay that it happened, but I definitely felt like Wild Charge was coming, so I thought I could make some offensive plays and get some momentum. But unfortunately that doesn't happen, but I can still go to my Mega Aerodactyl, which will give me momentum in its own right. And I can get a lot of damage off on this Landorus, because if you remember from my team builder, I specifically said that I wanted Aqua Tail, so if I ever got in on the Arcanine, I could click that, and it could be a good play for both Landorus and the Arcanine. So I clicked Aqua Tail. It is going to do ridiculous amounts of damage to this thing, and that solidifies. That's the final nail in the coffin. I know the thing is Scarf now. He would not bring it in on me. He would not take that kind of damage. He is definitely offensive Scarf. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of there. Go out to my Power On. If he goes for U-turn again, good on him. If he goes for Stone Edge, I can get on my rocks and start chipping down his team, which is very nice. So he goes for Edge. He misses, which kind of sucks, but also, like, I'm a Hippowdon, and that would have done no damage. So this Hippowdon is going to put up its rocks. Rocks are very nice. It's going to whittle down that Arcanine, which is a very annoying Pokemon right now. If he goes into the Mega Venusaur, that's fine. Oh, did I go for Earthquake? I'm such a savage. Did I go for Earthquake predicting Greninja? Holy shit. I'm an asshole. Good lord. What a weird play. Why would I ever make that? It's okay. So here I'm going to go out into my Gengar's dead, Jolteon's dead, Mew, Arrow. Okay, I go to Arrow. So the reason I go to Arrow here is because I know I can take anything this thing wants to go for. If it wants to go for Knockoff, Earthquake, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, I can take all of those. If it wants to go for Leech Seed, and finally reveal that he actually has it, good on him. But he takes some damage. Here I go for Stone Edge because I feel like it's the best play in case he wants to switch out. Because I knew that Stone Edge and Aerial Ace would hit, or would kill this thing. But then I remembered, oh wait, that's right, Stone Edge doesn't hit. So he gets a little bit of chip damage off on me, which is fine. And here I'm going to go for the Aerial Ace, finally, and just go ahead and put this thing down really low. See, Stone Edge would have knocked him out, but he goes for Synthesis this turn, which is very good for me, because with Sand still up, he's not going to recover that much, and he is obviously going to be in range of the next Aerial Ace. So, Aerial Ace goes off. If we would have learned Landorus, I would have gotten free chip anyway. I wanted Stone Edge specifically so I could do as much damage as possible to Landorus and maybe just knock it out right there. He goes to Tanami, which is going to be the Zelf. Now here, this is an interesting play. I don't want this thing to set up, okay? This could easily be Nasty Plot. This could very easily be Nasty Plot. It's not Scarf, alright? I refuse to believe that he has just now brought out a Scarf as Elf. If it was Scarf, I would have seen it way earlier, in my opinion. Just to spam Side Shock, get momentum, bring out Good Ninja as much as possible, just spam it and spam it and spam it, because Top of Finny has no leftovers, and it's already taken some damage, and I know if Dark Pulses, nothing's going to go down pretty easily, especially since he can easily switch in, or up until this point, could have easily switched into Top of Finny. I'm Mono Moonblast, I don't do anything to Mega Venusaur, or Arcanine, or Bronzong. I know he would have been spamming a U-turn or something. Or if it's a Choice Band or Choice Specs. Like, I still think he would have been U-turning all that. This is setup, 100%. So here's the thing. Now that I'm positive it's set up, it's not a Z-Crystal. Grant has already popped a Z-Crystal. If it is, then it's a Z-Crystal that you can't use. He's either Focus Sash or Cobble Berry. If it's Cobble Berry, I basically lose anyway. Like, I'm screwed. I have to hope that my Hippowdon takes a hit, and then Ice Fang it and hope that Sand chips it down, or Ice Fang it and put it in range of Vacuum Wave from you. I have to hope that you can take a hit, which you probably can, based on the HP it's at. And I have to go for it. So, I can't let this thing set up. If it's Focus Sash, it's easy. I can revenge it afterwards. But he actually turns out to be Cobble Berry. And I know that no matter what, if it was Cobble Berry and he Nasty Plots, I can kill him on the next turn. And if he attacked me, I lived any hit. I think. Depending on what set up, depending if it's Life Orb or not. If it was Life Orb, he wouldn't have killed me. Or wouldn't have lived. But if he sets up, then I kill him on the next turn. If he stays in and clicks Thunderbolt as I click Crunch, I don't think he would have killed me because Mega Arrow is really decently bulky. But it was a good play in my opinion. He had to bluff and try and force me out on a play. He asked me about it later, so this is why I'm explaining it. He asked me about it after the battle, why I stayed in and made this play. And I knew that as Elf could not, like I could not let it be his win con, because if it was, then I would have lost. Because obviously I would have switched out, he would have Nasty Plot, he would have killed something, and then we would have gone to Arrow, and then, oh look, I can't kill it with Crunch. I had to pop it, I had to stop him from setting up, so that's kind of why I went for specifically that play there. So, I hope that explains it. I'm going to switch out my Mega Aerodactyl versus its Landers, because my Mega Aerodactyl basically gets a kill every time it comes in. I'm going to go to my Hippowdon, as he is going to go for the U-turn. And here, it is now 4-3, I believe. You died. 4-4. 4-4, right? He's going to bring his Greninja again. I'm okay with this. At this point, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Water Shuriken. I feel like you wouldn't have Water Shuriken on this set. I feel like that's a, oh no, it's 4-3. I feel like that's a Specs kind of thing. So I'm going to switch out into my Top of Finny. If he is able to knock me out in 2 hits, that's perfectly fine, because I can go out to my Mega Aerodactyl and kill it if it's not Shuriken, or go to my Mew and to live a hit and finish it off. But all he has left, right, is I kill Mega Venusaur, so yeah, it's 4-3. All he has left is Arcanine, Greninja, and Landorus. 3 offensive mons, which is fine. Or 2 of his offensive mons. No, 3 offensive mons. So he goes for Gunk Shot here. He knocks out my Top of Finny, which is perfectly fine. And I know at this point that I Nasty Plot up and win, right? If I click Nasty Plot, I can basically win, unless Arcanine's faster than me. Because I'm pretty sure Landorus is in range of +2 Vacuum Wave, maybe. I don't remember how low it was. But I go for Nasty Plot here as he goes for Dark Pulse. I know I'm going to live this because it's not Choice Specs or anything. And unfortunately, I get a flinch. I get flinched. 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 That's all I said. I was like, I knew I was going to get flinched, but I got flinched. I got flinched. In hindsight, 2 Vacuum Waves was definitely the play, and just not try and win with Mew, but like I wanted Mew kills, so my arrogance got the best of me, so I kind of deserved that. If I had Vacuum Waved twice, I would have been in a perfectly good position because my Mew would be alive, and I'd also be able to just kill the last 2 mons with Hippowdon plus Arrow. But I'm going to bring out Arrow here. If he had Water Shuriken, then LOL to GG. But unfortunately, or fortunately, he switches out. And at this point, I already knew how this entire game was going to go, just like staring at what was left and what he went out to here and what I have left. I knew that this entire game was going to, the rest of this game was going to come down to a 50-50, right? But it was going to come down to a 50-50. He's going to bring in Landorus, and I had to choose whether or not to Stone Edge it, predicting U-turn, or switch out, predicting Stone Edge. Yeah, I have to Stone Edge, predicting U-turn, or I have to go to Hippo, predicting Stone Edge. Right? If I get the play right, then I'm good. Then I win. However, if I get this play wrong, then it comes down to whether or not he hits Stone Edge versus my Mega Aerodactyl, right? And I really wanted to stay in. I really wanted to stay in, because if I get the play wrong right now, right? If I get this play wrong, it's still going to come down to whether or not he hits Stone Edge, right? So why not just stay in and click Stone Edge? But I thought the same thing in the reverse order. Like, if I switch out and I get the play wrong, and he goes out to Arcanine, or he goes out to Greninja, and he kills my Hippowdon, then I come back out with Arrow, I kill the Greninja, and if he goes out to Landorus, I'm still in the same position, right? So I feel like I either get this play right, or I have to hit Stone Edge no matter what, so I feel like there's no point in doing anything and just make the safe play and go to Hippowdon. Unfortunately, I got the 50-50 wrong, so now I have to, it comes down to justice, right? This is going to come down to justice. Do I get the return 20%? He Dark Pulse flinched me with a 20% chance. I need a 20% chance for him to miss that move. Because I can already tell you what's going to happen. He's going to bring out Greninja. Obviously, he's going to go for Hydro Pump. He also has to hit Hydro Pump, right? I have 2 chances for him to miss. If he hits Hydro and Stone Edge, he wins. If he misses even one of them, I win. So he's going to go for the Hydro here. He's going to knock me out. Of course, it's a Greninja. My Hippowdon. That's going to blow me through the water. LOL. Pun not intended, but yeet. So I go to the Mega Aerodactyl. I'm not too concerned because I know I can hit this thing and kill it with Aerial Ace. So I'm going to go for Aerial Ace. He does not Water Shuriken, thank God. So now it's just down to, is there justice? So I want you guys to ask yourself, is there justice in this world? Do we live in a world where people can get hacked and then only way to win is to hack in return? Because, like, I kind of deserve this win, right? Because I played right. And, the world gives it to me. Like, I feel like okay, I did not deserve, I deserve to get flinched because I made a bad play. But, no, I didn't deserve to get flinched. No one deserves to get hacked. Anyway. Wow, look at that thumbnail. Wow, look at that. Yeah. I mean, it's justice in my opinion. Like I talked about afterwards, he agrees that this was a justice kind of thing. Like he flinched me, and then I got the Stone Edge miss. If he never would have flinched me, I would have Nasty Plotted up. I would have killed him with Vacuum Wave. I would have forced him to go to Landorus, and then I would have he would have been forced to either go for Earthquake or Stone Edge or U-turn or whatever. No matter what he went for, I could have acted upon it. So if he went for U-turn and killed my Mew and went out to Arcanine, I would have gone out to Arrow and clicked Stone Edge and killed something. If he would have stayed in and clicked Earthquake, I would have gone out to Arrow and killed something. If he would have gone for Stone Edge, I would have gone to Hippowdon and killed something, right? And then he can't beat he can't beat both Arrow and Hippowdon with only Landorus or Arcanine. So, kind of unfortunate that it came down to such a circumstance, but that's the game we play. Overall, it was kind of balanced, so that's really nice. I hope you guys enjoyed, right? So this team is very, very nice. I'm very happy with this team that we drafted. I'm really glad that I went with my buddy E-Rob's advice and went with more offensive Pokemon in the end, because stuff like Gengar has been really fun. Stuff like Durant was really fun. Even Guzzlord was fun the one time I used it. So I had a lot of fun with this draft. We went 4-0 with it. I'm super, super happy that it performed so well. And make sure you stay tuned tomorrow for our Draft 3 draft analysis. I have that team. I'm super excited for it. I don't think it's as solid as this one, but I think it's just so much freaking fun, y'all. It's going to be such a great team. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next one, and peace out.